Hi, friends. I wanted to take just a minute to tell you about this little book called Can We Trust the Gospels by Peter Williams. I have this book free to give away to whoever's interested in it. This is a short little book that talks about the reliability specifically of the Gospels, although by extension it is related to the Bible generally, especially the New Testament. I want to give you a couple reasons to think about getting this book and reading this book. One is to read it evangelistically. When I first read this book, I got a copy for myself, and then I got a copy for an acquaintance of mine who was rather cynical towards the reliability of the Bible and the New Testament. So we read this together and we talked about it, and it's very helpful evangelistically. It's also just generally encouraging to know that our Bibles are reliable. And this talks about all of the, well, it doesn't talk about all of the things because it's a short book, but it gives good evidence for why the Gospels in particular are a reliable account about Jesus. It also helps us understand our Bibles better, and again, especially the Gospels. Another good reason to check out this book is just to get to know your Gospels better. Books that you're probably very familiar with, but that are endless mines of treasure. And as you read this book, you'll see things that you've never thought about before. And new lights will come on, so to speak, as you read it. So I would encourage you to read it. As one last encouragement, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I generally don't like doing this, but I'm going to read the last paragraph of this book. And normally I consider that cheating to skip to the end, but if it convinces one of you to read it, I'll consider it to be worth it. So the conclusion says that in light of the objections that he's talked about in the books to how to view and understand the Gospels, he says a far easier position is to make a single supposition that all of history hangs on Jesus. It is a single and simple supposition, but I'm not claiming that it is a small one. It does have huge explanatory power, as it accounts for the signs in the Gospels that would normally be taken as signs of reliability, for the genius of Jesus' character and teaching, for the evidence for the resurrection, and for the correspondence of Jesus' life with the Old Testament. Of course, if Jesus is the Word, who is co-eternal with God, and the one who has come to save the world, then the question of the trustworthiness of the Gospels is not a mere issue of historical interest. If the picture of Jesus in the Gospels is basically true, it logically demands that we give up possession of our lives to serve Jesus, who said repeatedly in every Gospel, "Follow me." So I hope you can see from that conclusion how this could be helpful evangelistically and devotionally. So if you're interested in this book, please contact me.